I don't understand why Mr. Conway's always yelling at us. He's always making
Confuses me. Like, we do something well, and then there's still something better to do. It's confusing.
And he makes us run laps every time we mess up.
Yeah, so we don't really like know why Mr. Conway is here.
Yeah.
He just kind of shows up. I think he has that mind aspect that this is a sport.
Today I feel good. I'm a fundamentals man. We know what to do. We're here to show up. We're here to hustle up. Heart, hustle, muscle. That's what I always say.
I don't get why Mr. Conway keeps screaming and to making us run laps.
We want to first build the robot. We want to second program it. And third, we want to come together as a team.
And then it's like military training. It's like we have to do like push-ups and sit-ups, and like he made it David do 100 pull-ups the other day. I don't get it.
You know, as we've been running our calisthenics, lifting, working together as a group, we've been running wind sprints. And I think all of that we're going to see in the performance of the robot.
Mr. Conway just like, he doesn't get it. Like, he just keeps showing up. He thinks it's basketball. I don't know how.
Wow, Eric, well, let's see.
I got his at home.
We're gonna shoot it.
Good hustle. All right, 60441A, error. So, how are you feeling?
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Why?
Because we qualified for it.
Yeah.
We should bring the trophy down
Because
here.
of this guy over here.
No, because of everybody.
Because of this one.
Oh my god.
I liked it.
You liked it?
I had no idea what was going on. That was like my first day there. And I just went.
I think the day after that interview, that entire robot was scrapped and we started over again.
Yeah.
And what's different?
Literally, the brain is the same. That's it.
And the wheels. I mean, we still have
No,
extra.
wheels are different.
The drivetrain.
Those are
No, different.
Those are different
the
wheels.
drivetrain.
No, like everything.
I don't think there's an original part on the robot.
The dream is the same. It's ugly.
true.
It is. It's very.
It looks like the default kit robot, which I think is something that set us apart for the previous competitions. That robot just looked different. We didn't just go off of a template. We actually designed this ourselves.
Oh, look at that.
Who's that guy?
Mr. King!
I did that picture actually. Somebody sent that to me.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, we invited Mr. Kane, me and Matt. Honestly, we were kind of joking when we first invited him.
Yeah.
But he was really interested, and he wanted to bring his kids to experience the robotics and how we develop as people. And so he wanted to see his children see this, and right, he's been a big help. He lends us his room during study hall and lunch to build the robot. And so we thanked him by inviting him. He had a blast, his kids had a blast. And
They were so cute. I love his
They were very
kids.
cute.
They were so cute.
What's going on here?
Oh my god.
This was the moment that they gave us the
thank
thank award.
Aw.
We thought we had qualified via skills prior to this, but we weren't positive that we had made it to Worlds yet.
Yeah.
When we got this award, this was our first competition confirmation. Yes, we are going to Worlds
That's so
competition.
cute.
It was great.
That's such a cute picture.
I'm very proud of the work all of us did here today, or this whole 9 months. It was a journey, and I just want to thank everybody, even the camera crew, everybody on the side.
Stop it.
everybody on the sidelines documenting, helping us, the school board for allowing us to come here. And this has been an amazing experience, and I cannot wait for my next years with Vex.
All right, 60441B, tragedy. What does that say up there?
World qualifiers.
And how you feel about that?
Honestly, great. I didn't think we'd make it this far.
Yep. We had one goal and we exceeded. Yeah.
You did. You did. You got to state, you met your goal, and now you're going to Worlds.
Now that's
Now
tragic.
that's tragic.
I want to know what's going on here.
Oh no.
Okay, so here we can see our old design. It was very simple. We had the rollers on top with rubber bands to increase traction.
Because we didn't have the sticky wheels back then.
Yeah. We had the two motor drive that helped us pop wheelies. We couldn't turn, so yeah, we implemented the wheelies. It was a function to help us turn. You see a shovel in the front to help us scoop up discs.
Let's not forget the camera that never worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do we even have that? What did it do?
Nothing, really.
It was supposed to detect discs, but it never worked.
It was just there.
Okay, so look,
No, that's tragic.
we've grown in every aspect, especially teamwork. Definitely, we've included many of our teammates in more jobs. You know, everybody's starting to work on the robot.
I think, like, as a whole, like, everyone on the team, I think everyone evolved their, like, most of all, they evolved their game sense. Most of all.
Yeah.
Just knowing what is happening, what other teams are doing, you know, what most of, like, the good strats are. I think that's where everyone kind of grew, like, equally.
All right, you're going to Worlds.
Yeah.
No, that's actually tragic.
Picture yourself in a living room, your pipe and slippers set out for you. I know you think that it ain't too far, but I hear a call of a lifetime ring. Felt the need to get up for it. Oh, you cut out the middleman, get free from the middleman. You got no time for the messenger, got no regard for the thing that you don't understand. You got no fear of the underdog, that's why you will not survive. I wanna forget how convention fits, but can I get out from under it? Can I cut it out of me? Oh. It can't all be wedding cake, it can't all be boiled away. I try but I can't let go of it, can't let go of it. Cause you don't talk to the water boy, and there's so much you could learn, but you don't wanna know. You will not back up
Vex, the high school version of Vex, because there are a few other divisions, but the high school version of Vex has about 8,000-ish teams across the world. 45, 50 different countries about. Most of them are from the United States, but there's teams in Canada, Mexico, Ireland, you know, China, all over Europe, you know, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, all these different teams, right? And they all come from different regions. And depending on how many teams are in their region, they'll send different amounts of teams to the World Championships. So you get about 800 teams at Worlds. Okay, it's a huge tournament. A typical tournament has about 40 teams. So you're talking about, you know, way bigger, right? So how do you have an 800 team tournament? How do you even do that? The way you do it is you split up those 800 teams into like 10 separate tournaments. Okay, so they're called divisions. And so when you walk into Worlds, you see like a huge bleacher right over here and 3 fields. That's a division. That's 80 teams. So those 80 teams over here are going to compete in just like a normal tournament would be. You have your qualifying matches, and then there's alliance selection, and eventually you end up with division champions. You'll end up with 2 teams that were aligned with each other that are division champions. And there's 9 other divisions that are doing the same thing. I think they were a little worried at first when we went that they wouldn't like fit in. Like they didn't know what to expect, whether they'd be like, they didn't want to finish last. Is that kind of funny? I don't know. I feel that. I totally understand it, right? You know, you're competing against the top 10% of teams in the world, and you don't want to finish last. You want to win some matches. You want to show that you are you fit in, right? So I think part of it was just realizing, like, yes, like we fit in with these other teams, these other people here.
We had 3 rollers. Expansion went really well. I'm really happy about that.
I gotta say, from viewing it, I think David did a really good job shooting.
David did a great job.
He did.
I don't think he missed a single disc.
I think he missed like maybe 1. I think you could have shot more. I thought you were on a roll. I was like,
they were stuck on this.
Good job,
Dumbass
David.
robot. Thank you. Wait.
Tell me about the match.
It was a pretty good match. We won by 40 points. If you haven't heard that already. Our expansion was a little weird, but it was pretty good. It was good. We got trapped in the goal a little bit, but we got out pretty quickly, and that was fine. But we did really well.
So we should be able to. There we go.
I think the biggest takeaway, honestly, for me, other than that stuff, and that the students, they got a sense that this thing we call, you know, robotics, VEX Robotics, is not just a silly thing we do after school. They knew that already, but it's a worldwide effort, right? There are people everywhere, all over the world, that are doing the same thing as us, and they are part of that movement. They're part of that community.
Where are you guys from? We're from Oman, which, if you guys don't know, it's near the border of UAE in Texas. Yeah, next to Dubai. Where is this team? Rock, paper, scissors.
What is robotics like in your guys' country? Is it any different from?
Oh yeah, it's much different. I think we're the only robotics team, like, actually, that wanted to come to the VEX, like, competition. So we just instantly, like, got in. But Oman doesn't really have too much robotics, and I feel like we should try bringing it there because it's like a really cool opportunity and experience. Yeah.
You know, I think that it's a really powerful thing to know that there are other people across the world that are also working on the same problems, and they're very similar to us, right? We see all the time in if you watch the news at all, or you know, read anything about you hear so much negativity about how people can't get along.
So is the US what you thought it would be, or is it a lot different?
Honestly, we would say no. Like it does sound a little bit stereotypical, but yeah, I would say that we had like a different perspective of the US coming here. We thought it would be like a lot more like a different experience, a different vibe. But here, everyone's been like very welcoming and very like open. So yeah, it's been a very fun like experience.
But when we were all there, it wasn't, everybody had the same purpose, to compete and to celebrate robotics. This is something we all love, right? Whether we're coaches or students. And so those divisions that we normally see portrayed to us, especially in the media, like it didn't matter. Like we were all here for one reason. It's to celebrate robotics.
Hello. Hello. Where are you guys from?
We're from Morocco.
Oh, that's awesome. What's you guys' names?
My name is Ali. And my name is Montasser.
Awesome. What do you guys think of Vex Worlds?
It's amazing, unbelievable.
So are you guys, do you guys make a robot?
Yes. We're an IQ team in middle school.
I'm the champion in
What's your roles?
Me, I'm in programming department and
I'm a
design
designer.
department.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
That's cool. 3 Americans, 1 Indian, 1 Swiss. That's so. I love Swiss. Do you speak French by any chance? It's not for the interview.
Yes, I do.
Je parle français aussi, mais je pense que je ne parle pas. Je ne parle pas bien.
Moi, je pense que c'est bien.
Oh, I will talk to you later.
Okay, all right.
And I think understanding how big that is and how unifying it can be was really powerful for our students. So each division winner, which is two teams that won their 80-team division, there are 10 of those, and those are put into one bracket, and it's a single elimination bracket. And what they do is they compete in a small dome. It's like a, I don't know, probably maybe 5,000-6,000 people in a stadium.
So each division fights each other, and then the winners of each division fight each other, and it's gonna be awesome. And then we're gonna see the unveiling of next year's game, which is gonna be awesome because the crowd's gonna be going wild. And we're gonna see some really, we're about to see the best robots in the world compete against each other around thousands of people. This is going to be an exhilarating experience. Here's a ticket if you want to get a close-up.
And they compete against each other to determine the world champion in front of everybody who came for Worlds. So it was an incredible environment.
Oh my God.
You know, we went with our team and we were sitting way up in the nosebleeds, and we were surrounded by all the other teams from all across the world. We're all looking down at the three fields, and we watched all 10 teams compete, and eventually there was two alliances left, and those 2 alliances competed for the World Championship.
The series is tied. This match will determine our new world champion. So audience, once again, let me ask you, is it going to be the Red Alliance? And now, let's hear it for the Blue Alliance! Count it down with me. In 3, 2, 1, go! In the autonomous period, 2. It's 2-all. As we move into the end game now, look for the thinking mechanism going left and right. 3 seconds left. Unbelievable gameplay, but what I can tell, a clean match.
And once the World Championship match is finished, they crown the world champions, they give them their medals and their trophy.
Champion, the Technology Division!
And then the place goes black, and all the lights go out, and then they release next year's game.
play.
And I think one other thing that was really cool, before we left, we checked out of the rooms in the hotel, and we had a few hours before we had to go to the airport. So we went to a little common area in the lobby of the hotel, and I just talked to the students about, hey, there's a lot of people that we have to thank for our trip. All the people that have supported us all year. People that believed in us and our club and found us a space to practice in and cleaned up after us and allowed us to travel and miss school, all of our teachers and administrators and everything. And they had a lot of gratitude for that. And so that's something I'll also always remember, how willing they were to no, I want this teacher, Mr. Kane, I want to write one to him, and Miss Sermon, I want to write one to her. And it was just, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that end to it was a great end to our trip. Our club developed into a community way faster than I thought it would. And I think that personally, I was missing some of that. You go day to day as a teacher. Being a teacher is really rewarding, but it's also can be really grueling. And it can kind of take a lot out of you. It takes a lot of energy and patience. And sometimes you can get down a little bit, right? And I think this program, this Robotics Club, it gave me some joy that I had been missing over the previous few years. And so I was really, looking back at it, it helped me to find more joy in what I'm doing as an educator and a coach. So a few weeks ago, we had our senior send-off, and we said goodbye to 9 seniors and also one student that is moving to Peru. It was kind of bittersweet because a lot of the really fond memories I have of the last 2 years, they came from that first year where we were kind of just a club that was up in the attic up at Central. And not a lot of people knew about us, and we had built something that first year that was amazing. There were amazing stories that came from that year, and amazing outcomes, travel, even the team, especially with the teams that didn't make it to state and worlds, they learned a ton too, and we had built something into the next year where we made the club bigger. And I looked at all those students and they were going to be engineers and going in pre-med and politics, and just really proud of them, but also having a lot of gratitude for working with them. It was really bittersweet that we're saying goodbye to them, but they're all kind of the stars of the story of the first year. Can't wait to see where those students go. I can't wait to see how our program goes, but it never would have happened if we didn't have a really dedicated group of students in year one that took us places we didn't think we were going to be able to go to. So I think that senior send-off was bittersweet for me. I'm going to miss those guys a lot, and but luckily we can look back and we can have really fond memories of what we accomplished as a club and a program, and hopefully they look back at this experience and they think of it fondly, but also understand that the challenges that they faced, that they're going to face challenges in the future that are going to be just as hard, but they've already done hard. They can do hard things. They've done it and they've succeeded. And if hopefully they look back at those experiences and they use it to propel themselves forward and do great things.
Jeremy, there's one thing I'm doing to get home. Tell my mama. All because of her. She fed me. That's kind of a lie. I don't eat. She let me drink her water. She let me stay in robotics late. That's what kind of